to order, declare a quorum for the 6:40 meeting of 7. And we'll C1, consideration, discussion, and possible action related to the financial management report for the 2014-15 fiscal year, and a review of the Schools First Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas system, and the most recent rating for College Station ISD. Dr. Ely.
Thank you, Dr. Yokin. We, in the state of Texas, we get held accountable for a number of things, including how we use the taxpayers' money that's entrusted to us. One of those rating systems is the Schools First or Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas, and we publicly report that in the fall of each year. So here with our most recent report, back to the 14th school year, is Mike Martindale, Deputy Superintendent for Business and Operations, with that report. Mr. Martindale.
Thank you, Dr. Ely, Dr. Yokin, board members. As Dr. Ely stated, we're required to hold a public hearing to report our most recent first rating received from TEA for College Station ISD. That most recent rating is reflective of financial data from the 2014-15 school year. Reminder that the Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas, the purpose of this system is to ensure that our districts are accountable, our school districts throughout the state are accountable for the quality of their financial practices, as well as indicate potential areas for improved performance in the management of their financial resources. The timeline associated with the report we'll receive this evening, and the first report you have attached to your agenda are as presented. In August of 2015, we closed the fiscal year budget for school year 2014-15. Last December, the board received the financial audit for 14-15. In January, the district submits that audit to TEA. In March, TEA collects additional data from our PEEM system regarding our financial practices. And in September, we receive our final first rating for the 14-15 school year. Upon receipt of that rating, we have 30 days to publicly post that and report and have a public hearing to report the rating of the school district. In addition to the first rating system, I did want to mention in our community-based accountability system, there are an additional 5 indicators as far as financial integrity that we hold ourselves to, so that while there's tremendous value in the first rating, we too hold ourselves to a higher standard. Those additional financial responsibility indicators are located on our website under the community-based accountability system. Again, once we receive our rating, we're required to publish that in the local newspaper, notifying of the public hearing at least 14 days prior to, and also make our first report and all accompanying disclosures available on the CSISD website. And all that information is available to the public at this time on the school district's website. As far as ratings go, the TEA has 16 different indicators that they utilize. 6 are considered critical indicators that they answer yes or no to. If any district receives a no on any of those 6 critical indicators, they automatically receive a failing report on the first rating system. The additional 10 indicators are scored on a point value of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, and I'll touch on those a little bit more here shortly. First critical indicator was that we complete our annual financial report and submit to TEA according to the required deadlines. Yes, shortly after it was presented to the board, it was accepted by the board in December. Then we filed that with TEA well in advance of the actual due date. The second critical indicator was an unmodified opinion on our annual financial report. from an outside auditor. Yes, there was an unmodified opinion on our AFR as a whole. Did an external auditor report that our annual financial report was free of any material weaknesses and internal controls? Yes, we did receive that. Was the school district in compliance with payment of all debt agreements at the end of fiscal year? Yes to that question as well. And this is extremely important and new as a critical indicator. Did the school district make timely payments to TRS, Texas Workforce, the IRS, and any other governmental agency? Yes, we made and paid our bills appropriately. And was our total unrestricted net asset balance in government activities greater than zero? And if you'll notice on this particular indicator, it also adds that if school district's change of students in membership is over 5 years, was 10% or more, the district automatically passes this indicator. We pass on both accounts. I think that's just reflective of the fact that fast-growing school districts can struggle to keep up from a financial standpoint, and we're in an exceptional place. Now, this includes all of our accounts, not just our general fund, which our fund balance is probably about $28 million right now. So that's why the number you see there is a little bit higher. It accounts for all of our funds, not just the general fund. We met all 6 critical indicators, and the additional 10 that I mentioned are scored on a basis of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. We scored 10 on all the remaining indicators that provided us with a perfect score and the highest possible rating of superior for the 14-15 school year. Additional information required as a part of the first report and linked to this in the agenda as well as on the website are the following disclosures: the superintendent's contract for that current year, reimbursements received by superintendent or board members, outside compensation received by superintendent, for example, any consulting, those types of things that may have occurred, gifts received by executive officers and board members above $250 collectively, and business transactions between district and board members. All these disclosures accompany the first report and rating process. That, Dr. Yokin, does conclude our public hearing and report on the 14-15 first rating for CSISD. Be happy to take any questions. This is a report-only item.
Thank you, Mr. Martindale. Does anybody have any comments or questions?
I think we appreciate you guys very much, and I think we're overly open and are known as being an incredibly transparent district in every regard, and this is just one other way in which you guys certainly should be recognized for doing a good job. I do wonder what it would take to get less than a 31, which is grading, but it's good that you got 100 regardless. So congratulations, well done.
31 is a little scary, Dr. Weston. And I need to kudos to Mrs. Parks and the business office, of course. They manage this on a day-to-day basis. This is reflective of their diligence and work. So I do need to tip my hat to those folks.
Anybody else? All right, thank you very much for that report, and I don't have any cards. We'll adjourn until 7 o'clock.